Okay, and it's showing me that I am live now, and my Friday afternoon manager's question and answer session is now in session. So, welcome to everybody. I'll give a couple minutes here. I don't see anybody joined yet, so we'll see if anybody joins. Hopefully, it's all on the same, um, how does you call it? I created the broadcast and I came in here, uh, started up a little early, and just for some reason the screen is showing a little bit different than what it usually does. Okay, so there's one person that has already joined and knows that it's live, so I guess everything's good. It will be recorded automatically on Facebook and YouTube. So if afterwards or you want to review it, or somebody that has not seen it yet would like to see it, it will be on those two channels. So welcome to. Oh, looks like it shows that Sig is here. Oh, welcome Sig, and we got maybe a few others. Okay, just oh, excuse me. Just I don't have a whole lot for today. We had our meeting yesterday, and I didn't turn my phone off. Give me a second to turn my phone off because if it rings, I can't hear and I can't talk because it comes through my hearing aids and make it so I can't hear anything else. And okay, got the phone shut off. We had the board of directors meeting yesterday. It lasted a little while, and a lot of things got done, and a lot of things were gone over. That is also online. You can uh, review that if you want to. And I believe definitely will be having a meeting in March. Date hasn't been picked yet, but look forward for the board of directors meeting in March. And that is typically the one where we adopt the budget for next year. And so we'll be getting, they have pretty close to finalizing it. And we will be uh, printing that up to make it available for those that want to pick it up or want it sent to them. And of course, it'll be online. I think it does get sent out automatically. It does have to be sent out. So anyway, that will be taken care of with due diligence on the part of timeliness of it going out. So let's go into a couple things that I have. Chris wanted me to remind everyone that when you go down to the trash area to recycle cardboard or take care of the trash, uh, read the signs. The cardboard has a couple, recycle has a couple signs on it. They only want plastic bottles that held liquid. They do not want food containers. They do not want Rubbermaid tubs. They do not want, even though they may have the uh, recycle symbol on it, Waste Management apparently doesn't have a buyer for those, and so they're not able to take those for recycling. So it's just the drink containers or liquid containers that bottles are that held liquid. Um, Especially no styrofoam, uh, no plastic sheeting, just purely cardboard and those drink containers. That's what goes in the recycle bin. We have signs on it, signs in front. If the recycle bin is full, please do not stack it in front of it. It just requires somebody else has to pick it up and take it over to the compactor. If it's full, don't put it in the open dumpster. The open dumpster is the one for big, heavy items that doesn't squish down. We need it to go into the compactor so we don't overflow the dumpster with stuff that doesn't belong in there. Main thing is read the signs. There's a sign in front of the open dumpster that says all trash must go into the compactor. Appreciate your help on that. One other thing that some people still don't realize, even though everybody was given a set of the rules and signed off that they read it, uh, maybe that was 20 years ago, maybe it was 5 years ago, and some things aren't always in mind. If you do anything on the outside of your unit where you're changing something. That means if you're putting in plants or want to put in plants, or you're changing and want to put some type of feature, or uh, just any changes really, is that requires a site modification form. Uh, and then it needs to be filled out. And I do my best to get them reviewed and taken care of in a very timely manner. I do have some today that I will be coming out this afternoon because I got to see a bunch of people and I hope to get them processed this afternoon so that you have your decision on that. But site anything outside, if you're changing anything outside of your unit on your lot, it does require a site modification form to make sure it complies with the rules of the community. As I said yesterday in the meeting, we made condominiums have lots of rules. The rules are there to protect the community, to protect you, and also your property values. Okay, and also as you uh, are here, and even though this is the halfway through our what we call season in Florida, because this is what we call season, the 3 months, January, February, March. That's when most of the tourists, not tourists, but yeah, a lot of tourists come down, and snowbirds. Uh, that is the season. Keep in mind that as you start to prepare, or even as you're here, whatever you do, that you don't make it difficult for yourself when you go back. That the uh, items you have outside your unit are easy to take care of and put away, so that your preparations for summer, everything's inside or tied down. We will be trimming trees again this year, pretty much sometime at the beginning of April. And the less stuff around the outside of your unit, even though it may be heavy stuff, especially anywhere close to your trees, makes it so that we can do a much more efficient job of getting the trees trimmed and taken care of. So keep that in mind. And then also for when you go to leave, that you make it easier for yourself to put your stuff away. And especially, I know there's been some people as they've prepared to leave or go home, that all of a sudden they get a phone call and they have to leave quicker, and your preparations then are sometimes may not get completely done. So just remember that June through November 1st is our hurricanes. They call it our hurricane season, and so that's our hurricane season here, and we always have to be prepared for that. So there's that. Okay, mentioned before that our we did do the put in the dog wash. If you have additional suggestions for the area of the dog wash, somebody put in a suggestion that we put some type of hook there for a towel rack, and we'll try to get that done. And any other things there. Uh, I assume people have, excuse me, I assume people have been making use of it. Please, if you're going to wash your dog, um, do not do it in the bathrooms or the laundry rooms. Take your dog down to the behind the car, what we call the car wash one. It's the number 5 bathroom back there in the very back of the park, and it has on the back side of it, we have the dog wash stand, and it's got hot and cold water there, so you can mix it to the temperature that your dog would like. And you don't have to just clean up after yourself is all we ask. Talking of pets, was reminded of at our meeting, and a couple of people we've had some complaints, and just make sure try to take your dogs to the dog walk areas, and that's where they need to relieve themselves. So if you get there first and then walk around the park, a lot less chance of your dog needing to relieve itself anywhere else, because you're not supposed to let your dog relieve itself on somebody else's property, either on your own property, and whatever wherever your dog makes a mess, uh, have your doggy bag with you to pick up that poop and get it disposed of properly. Uh, that's the rules. We need to follow them, and we don't want that feces in other areas where they should not be. So please take care of that for us. There is a provision in our rules that the dogs are to stay on the roadway or just 2 foot off the side, just the first 2 foot. But once again, on that 2 foot, try not to have them really that do your best, absolute best, that they don't relieve themselves on somebody else's property. Um, because once one dog relieves himself there, any other dog will try to mark that same spot, and it creates yellow spots on people's property. Well, we got a fair amount of people here. Don't see any questions yet. Then also, something that I've been working on, trying to get since last spring, millings to improve the road around the storage area. I promise that within the next 2 weeks, hopefully they show up and are able to put some down to smooth out a couple spots that have gotten a little rough. And that's pretty much it that I have for today of my announcements and what do you ever call information that I give out. And if anybody has any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. And if you can't think of anything now, I'll go ahead and put this banner on. Yeah, there we go. And there is my email address. My phone number is available through many ways of getting my phone number. If you need it to text me or call me, just try not to do it during business hours. Uh, be cognizant of my time off and that. And but though my phone number's there for emergencies. Anything happens in the park that we need to get taken care of in an emergency, feel free to call. We'll get it taken care of. But here's my email address, and that comes to here at the my work computer. I do not get it at home. I don't have it. Do not have it forwarded to myself at home. So it is here. Alrighty, I'll go back to the comments, and no other comments. It looks like it's been a beautiful day so far today. Uh, don't know what the weather report for the weekend is. Hopefully, we have a nice weekend. I sincerely hope everybody has a nice weekend. I believe we have a group coming in here, Jeff Gordon Productions. I believe they're coming in here this weekend, and so that's going to be going on. I don't know if there's any tickets for sale still. Um, check the Ancient Oaks Facebook page. It's under Ancient Oaks RV Condominiums is the name, and that's the official page where people can post there about stuff for the park, in the park, and other news and the announcements for meetings and events like this coming in, the group coming in. Don't forget the breakfast on Saturday morning. I believe it's open at 7:30 for breakfast. Eggs and either bacon or sausage, and I know there's coffee there. I haven't made too many of them. Um, I didn't make it. Well, we didn't have them last year, and before that, I wasn't the manager, and I made a few. I came in for a few of them, but my Saturdays were tied up. I had a mowing business on the side, which now I've given up, and so maybe I'll make it Saturday. Be able to come back in. It's a little bit more of an effort for me because I was coming from town, but uh, there we go. Saturday morning breakfast. Don't forget Thursdays are hamburger days. We got the crew does a fantastic job providing hamburgers for the social committee, and the same thing is for the Saturday morning breakfast. Appreciate everybody that volunteers for both those events and all our events that get taken care of. And there we go. It's a very nice day. A lot of things getting done, a lot of things we're doing and working on, and we're doing our best to improve the park and keep the infrastructure in good shape and replace what we need to replace, and fix what we can fix to make it last a little longer. So, like I said, only one made a comment was sick here. So hi Sig, hi back to you. And 15 minutes here. Are there any questions before we before I head out on here and get a little bit more done on the day? Get some people want some to do stuff on the outside of their units, and I gotta go check it out and make sure it's okay. And beautiful day for it. Oh, yes, many of you availed yourself of the government's free uh, COVID testing kits, and I don't know if they gave out also had the free mask on their site. Anyway, we have received quite a few of them. So if you ordered a free COVID testing kit from the federal government, there's a lot of packages here. So come get them. It's and do it before 4:30 if you can, because otherwise you'll be waiting until Monday, unless it's an emergency. Then we can get in, but I don't think you. Hopefully, you won't need the testing kits till then. Everybody, well, this is the set during the when I was off for COVID. I did the reports anyway from home, but fully recovered from it, other than a lingering cough, which I guess a few other people told me that's I mentioned it, psychosomatic, give it to myself, that that's what they've also had is a lingering cough from it. It's not going to spread anything, but it's a dry cough from whatever. So just remember what they say, washing your hands is the best thing. That's where the transmission of it comes in, and then avoid licking your fingers to move papers and touching any other papers that somebody else has done or anything else. That you wash your hands afterwards and don't touch your nose, mouth, or eyes as much as possible. That is the best. The N95 mask will work for better than other masks, but they have to be fitted well and on and clean. And I don't. Two masks from the government's not going to do a whole lot of good because you really should. I think the protocols in each hospital that if you change rooms, you change masks because you carry the germs from room to room. So um, two masks isn't even though if you wear the same one over and over again, you're going to start carrying the germs with you, and even on the outside of the mask. So, but anyway, take care of yourself and be cognizant of, like I said, spreading germs by what you touch. And so that's where the hand cleaning and the sanitizing works the best, and a little bit of that distancing. And if you do have COVID, please stay home. Don't go out and spread it any more than necessary. Unfortunately, because before I knew that I had COVID, only, as far as I know, only one person caught it from me, and they recovered very quickly. It was a short, also easy one, and they recovered very quickly. And so, as far as I know, that's the only person that I had contact with that came down with COVID. So there we go. Excuse me. All right. Well, I'll end this for today. Like I said, have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves and live long and prosper. Love you all. See you next time.